Emily here. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some Dollar Tree Valentine's Day DIYs. I love the way they turned out, and they do lean more on the shabby chic, more vintage styling. That is a theme I am going for this year. Again, last year I did a similar theme and I really loved it, and you guys did too, so I thought it'd be just fun to share with you and give you some more ideas for Valentine's Day. And yeah, if you are new here, I hope you hit that subscribe button because I like to inspire and motivate you to create things and organize and decorate your house and things like that. That is what I share here on my channel. So hopefully you will enjoy this video. If you do, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into those DIYs. Alrighty, so for this first one, you are going to want a book of your choice. This is a really old book, so the pages are literally just kind of falling right out of it, pretty much. But pick a book that you want to use, doesn't matter what it is. A pen, some scissors, a glue gun. You can use regular glue if you wanted to, and then you're just going to want some twine for this. Even have this on hand. Start by ripping out the pages, and then you're going to cut them into thirds depending on the size of the book you have and the size of the hearts that you're going to want. This is going to be our heart garland, and so I just made mine all the same size. I'm taking the papers and then I'm going to cut it in half here. I'm going to fold that in half again, and then I'm going to cut it in the shape of a heart. You can draw this out if you need to, but it's really not very complicated. Kind of make a little oval, and there you have your heart. Then take that heart and trace it around. If you have a cookie cutter or something like that, that would work awesome too. I don't have a heart cookie cutter, I found out, so I decided to just make my own. And then go ahead and cut out all your hearts, and you're going to want quite a few. I would say probably at least 40 to 50, maybe even 100, depending on how much garland you would like to make. Set all of them out just so you can see them and they're easier to grip. Go ahead and take your twine and line up the hearts underneath, and just make a little V with the glue gun and press on the other ones. And then if you do 3 or 4 at a time, it works really well. You can also lay the hearts going the other way so that the tip and then the inner V lay down together, and your twine would go through that so that it'd be going horizontal versus vertical. It's completely up to you. You can get really creative with this, and then you'll end up with a lots of garland here, and you can make as much as you like. I really like the way it turned out. It's really versatile. You can make them small or large, but I love seeing all the old words on there and everything. Now I'm going to show you how to make this larger heart with all the words on it. So you're going to want your glue gun again, some twine, some Mod Podge, paintbrush, some scissors, some heart from the Dollar Tree, whatever you have on hand, and then again more paper. And so I'm putting the string on the prettier part of the heart. You can actually make this two-sided if you want, which is great, so you can switch up your decor however much you want to. I just take my Mod Podge and then spread that across the back of the heart. I'm in different sizes too in a pack, which makes it really fun. And then I'm just pressing on the papers and then adding a little bit more layers so I can put on more paper layers. So you can add as much as you like. You can even get intricate into the design, putting more of the plain pieces kind of in a heart shape if you wanted to. You can really change this up however you'd like to, and just kind of paint on, press on, and repeat. Once it has dried, go ahead and cut off the excess paper on the outside, and then I just took a little bit more Mod Podge and sealed down any areas that were kind of folding up and whatnot. And this is how it came out. Super simple, but again, it just gives that little shabby chic vintage vibe and a really nice neutral Valentine's Day decor. Next, we're going to work on these books. So you're just going to want to grab a book of your choice. Again, you can pick up some at the store or just ones you're not using. And then you're going to want some fabric to cover it up, and I'm going to be using the paint also because the fabric is a little thinner depending on what you get at the Dollar Tree. And so you can use their pillowcases, you can use whatever they want. They have different towels and stuff, so I'm going to use Mod Podge to adhere that. You can also use a glue gun. If you want to write on some words on the outside, you can use a Sharpie, and you're going to want some scissors. So the first step is to paint the outside of your book. You will only have to really do this if you get a paperback. If you get a hardcover, then most of the time the cover lifts off and it's usually a plain book, so then you can save yourself one step. You can also just leave it painted if you don't want to do any of the fabric on there. The fabric just gives a little bit of a softer touch. Next I just took the Mod Podge, spread that all the way around, and then I will take the fabric and loop that over, and then you'll just press it on with your hand. You don't need any spatulas or anything. It smooths out quite easily here. And then you're going to do that to the exact opposite side also. Just spreading that on. You can use regular glue for this too. That's pretty much what Mod Podge is. Then I just took my hot glue and sealed in the edges. You can use Mod Podge for this, but I like the hot glue was just faster, and then I didn't have to worry about it sticking to the pages or anything. And I kind of fold in the corner edge, that way it wouldn't lap over and you would see it on the outside. And you'll just repeat that all the way around. And then where the spine was, I just cut that off and it will fold right in because the fabric won't rip or anything like that. You'll be good. And then I just repeat that to the opposite side. Dollar Tree has a lot of really pretty ribbon right now, so I wanted to add the neutral lace ribbon that they have onto the near the spine. You can add it on the spine if you wanted to, and then I just tuck it in, and then I do that same thing on the back side. Now if you can find their burlap strips at Dollar Tree, they're really cool and pretty good price. You can also pick some up at Walmart if you want. I just kind of frayed the edges here and pulled that out, and then I just used my glue gun because it was faster than the Mod Podge and looped that on over. And you can make this go all the way to the end of the book or not, it's completely up to you. And then again I took the lace and did the same thing on this book. You can really get creative with what you would like to add the trim wise, but this is how it turned out. On this one I actually wrote "Love is Patient" on it. You could do different poem books, whatnot, but I love the way they look, and then just add that vintage flair. Next you're going to need some scissors, another heart, some paper, and a glue gun. This one's going to be, instead of doing the words flat, you're going to rip out about probably 20 pages that you need, and then you're going to cut those pages in half, and this all depends on the size heart you have. Then I just took a little bit of glue, added it to the end after I crumbled up the paper, and then glued that down onto the heart. You can glue it on either side of the heart if you want a little bit of red peeking out, or they have them in pink too. You can have that show through. I wanted it to be pretty full. And again, you can also add a little bit of glue onto the inner part of the paper to help hold it together, and then after editing it. And this is the way it looks. I really like it. Again, it just adds a little bit more texture than just the flat paper. Hopefully you've enjoyed seeing all the different ways you can use paper for Valentine's Day DIYs. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon.